there is one huge change in our budget that happened in the last year. I have been spending $450 per month on this expense, and I personally think it's entirely worth it, but I know a lot of people disagree. So let's look at what I'm spending this money on and why I think it's so important. When I said $450 a month on this expense, what did you think it was? Because a lot of people probably didn't get it right, because I'm spending $450 a month on my gym membership. So I joined a gym and I started paying $450 per month for my gym membership and 2 times a week personal training. I have been going and it has been entirely worth it. I'll be honest, I never expected to spend $450 on a gym membership, and I am almost a little bit shocked and appalled at myself because I've always been pretty frugal in that area. And the most expensive gym I had was a Y membership for my whole family. That was like $80 a month. So spending $450 on just me for a membership to a gym, whoo, it's a lot. And even when I think about it, I know it's a lot. But at the same time, it has been worth every single cent. When I joined the gym, I was in a really bad place. I was physically and mentally just kind of broken, and actually not kind of broken. I was pretty broken. I was in a bad place, and I decided that I was going to try to use fitness and being strong and being part of a community as my way out of that place. And I'll be honest, it worked. I could have joined a gym for $20 a month or $10 a month. There's like several around us that are like $10 or $20 per month, but I wouldn't have gone. I'll be honest. I've had memberships at gyms like that, and I've paid for it forever and just not gone because there was nothing to keep me accountable. There was nothing to keep me consistent. And paying for personal training to have someone that was going to be there at a certain time expecting me has made me go. Like having a coach, having someone that was expecting me to show up has been really life-changing for me. I do Transfer Tuesday every single week because having an audience and accountability to show up and do the thing I said I'm going to do is very important for me. And I realized that I had that in one area of my life with my finances and with my financial goals, but I didn't have it in this other area of life where I was taking care of myself mentally and physically. So I decided that paying for a trainer was something that I could try out for like 5 or 6 months maybe and see how it went. I immediately fell in love with it because having someone expect me to be there made me go. Having that accountability and also the social aspect of having someone to tell me what to do, to interact with me while I'm doing it, to be there, to coach me, to listen to me, to share things with me was just so helpful. It was the reason why I've gone every single week for this entire time. When I started out, that was the only thing I showed up for. I showed up for my 2 times a week personal training, and I didn't go to any classes. I didn't use the gym otherwise. I literally just showed up for the personal training. And that was because I physically couldn't do anything else. It took me probably 2 or 3 months to actually work up the nerve to go to classes and to actually do things kind of on my own, to have the gumption, to have the like self-starter nature to get up and be like, I'm going to the gym today. Because when I started, I was not physically in good shape and I could barely do the workouts the trainer had provided me. So I knew I couldn't keep them in class and that would just be really demotivating. So I didn't go. But after a couple months, I got in better shape. I got a little bit more like physically active, and that was really helpful. So I started going to classes. Classes were also amazing because even though I couldn't physically do everything that everyone else could, the social aspect and having people there and feeling like accountable to going to the class I signed up for was just amazing. I go if I'm signed up, and if there's someone that I want to see or talk to or be around, and having a social outlet, since I do like a very lonely job, was incredibly helpful. So all in all, I'm paying $450 a month for the personal training and the classes, and they've both been amazing. I have gotten a lot stronger. I'm more mobile. I'm more flexible. I am able to lift things. I have less trouble lifting my kids. Back when I started, I was in such a bad place. I was like, I'm a terrible mom. Back when I started, I felt really bad about not being able to like do as much with my kids and lift them. And like, I felt like such a terrible mom, I'll be honest. And I knew my little boy was gonna get bigger and want to do even more and more and more and be heavier. So I was like, I need to fix this and figure out how to be the strongest and best I can be for my kids. So spending that money was not even just for me, but also so that I could be the best person for them. So for all of those reasons, I think it's been a really worthwhile expense in our budget, and it feels really hard to spend that much money on me personally, but I do see how it has also benefited my whole family. I'm in a better mood. I am not as irritated and angry. I am able to do things physically with my family that I could not do before. I lost a bunch of weight last year because I was able to get in a better mental space because I was exercising every day and getting stronger and eating better, because that came along with it after I'd been going for a while. So I just am overall in such a better place. I felt like at the end of the year, I kind of like finally woke up from what I was feeling at the beginning of the year. And I was like, oh, wow, things are better. And I know a lot of that is owed to the fact that I signed up for this gym and I paid for personal training and classes to go to, because that has been life-changing for me. And I finally found something that I'm consistently going to every single week. Honestly, every single day. I go like every day. So honestly, that has been so helpful for me and just worth every single cent. I just wanted to share this because this has been the most expensive thing I've spent on myself. And it's also one of the biggest expenses in our family's budget right now, besides childcare and our home. So it's definitely not a cheap expense, but it's something that I have felt has been so worth it, and something that I haven't really talked about here before. If you're able to spend money on something like this, if you're able to pay for a coach to help you with something that you're struggling with, I have found that it's really worth it. If you're able to like do it yourself and DIY it and like figure it out with a really cheap membership or just like looking on YouTube or whatever, that's amazing. But I feel like that's amazing. I looked at myself and I looked at my personality and how I do things, and I was not able to do that. So I decided to invest in myself, and that investment has been worthwhile. Basically, I considered this expense in our budget an investment in me. And if I am going to be the mom I need to be, the wife I need to be, the business owner I need to be, then I needed to take care of myself better. And this was an investment in taking care of myself. My view of money is that you should invest in yourself. You should use money as a tool to get the things you want in life. And one of the things I want in life is to be energetic, to be active, to be a fun member of my family, not to be stuck in a very bad place physically and mentally. So one of the reasons why I want to make more money and to use that money in this kind of way is so that we can all have a better life together. Because let's be honest, we only get one life and we need to live it the best way we can. So money is a tool to do that. It's not saying YOLO, don't save for retirement, don't like expect a future, but you definitely need to invest in the things that will make you your best self. And I am so happy I added this to my budget. This was a huge investment in myself, but I think it's been worth it. I would love to know how you've invested in yourself, and if there's any expenses in your budget that are like this, where you are spending money to get to the best version of yourself and to have your best life.